Well, Tommy, good morning, hockey fans. This is Steven Heisler with HeisHockey.com and the Victorious Hockey Company, and you are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. Today is December 21st. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, 60 degrees here in sunny, not so sunny Orlando, Florida. We are 4 days away from Christmas, 3 days away from Christmas Eve, which is probably a bigger day at our house than Christmas. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, Facebook, Twitter, and soon to be a new YouTube channel that my good son Tomas is building as we speak. Today, tomorrow, sometime. Excellent. We had a guest lined up today from the USPHL, but due to a nice email we got last night from the law firm of Cole Schatz, I think that coach and operator decided to skip this morning's show. The law firm of Cole Schatz is the legal entity that represents the United States Premier Hockey League. So later on today, I'll be writing a slight retraction to an article I wrote back in November. My attorney has advised me that the USPHL has not been convicted of anything, so I cannot refer to them as a criminal enterprise. Okay. Yes, not yet. Okay. I will not do that. They are not criminals officially. They are just a very well-operated, loosely managed group of teams. Yes, we'll go with that. Until today. And I'll write my retraction. I'll post it on the site, and we'll see if that makes the attorney firm of Cole Schatz happy. Today, this time. What do you think? Was that nice? I think that was nice. I think I was nice. Nice. Be nice, my attorney says. Be nice. Around the game, around the league yesterday, we have some scores to talk about. In the North American 3 Hockey League, in Blaine, Minnesota, the last day of the NA3HL showcase, Generals beat the Brahmas 5-3. Norwich lost to Helena 2-6. Gillette got past the Texas Roadrunners 5-3. Atlanta scored more points than the Falcons, 13-7 over Bay State. Louisiana 6-1 over Long Beach, New York. Yellowstone 6-2 over Danbury. Bozeman 6-1 over Austin. Badlands got a win 4-3 over New Jersey. Wilmer beat Butte 5-4. Sheridan, another win at the showcase, 5-2 over New Mexico. Milwaukee beat New Ulm 4-3. Great Falls shut out El Paso 2-0. Alexandria 4-3 over Rochester. You know, both those cities are in Minnesota. They play in the same division, I believe, but they're playing in the showcase against each other. Go figure. Granite City 5-1 over the Oregon Tradesmen. Mason City 6-3 over Peoria. St. Louis 7-2 over the Mid-City Stars, and the Minnesota Loons 5-4 over Wausau Cyclones. Cyclones? Think so. In the USPHL Premier out in Las Vegas, Provo beat Long Beach, California, 8-1. Ontario 7-2 over Seattle. Bakersfield 2-0 over Bellingham. Vernal got past Tahoe 7-4. Las Vegas, the home team, beat Fresno 4-2. San Diego rocked Rogue Valley 11-0. Ontario did the same thing to Rock Springs 8-1. That was yesterday's scores. A lot of folks out in Las Vegas. You know, in the past, the Western States Hockey League had that showcase in Vegas at this time pretty much every year. And coaches from around the country love going to it. It was a phenomenal event. So I'm happy to see the USPHL guys making an attempt to replicate what Ron was able to do so long out there in Las Vegas. So today's topic will be interesting. The pathway to college hockey is different for every player. No two players are the same. I mean, I guess they could follow the same path, but their development is not always at the same pace or in the same line. So it's different for so many different players. But here's what we do know. The United States Hockey League, the British Columbia Hockey League, and the National North American Hockey League. If you want to go to college hockey, you better come out of one of those three leagues. 85% or more of all Division I players that are actually playing games. We won't talk about the guys that are red shirt, played one or two games. If you played, we'll say 10 or more games at the Division I level, you're coming out of one of those three leagues. There's some argument to that. A few guys trickle in from other sources, but generally that's the three leagues players are coming from. So if Division I is your absolute goal, then somewhere along your path of development, you're going to have to make it to one of those three leagues for at least a year and a half of your eligibility. If that's not happening, you probably need to focus on a lesser league, Division III, or even ACHA. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's reality. As your path to college hockey is being navigated, you have to be realistic with your expectations. We tell our players to, early on, probably in their first year of at 18, we tell them, let's start communicating with colleges. Let's pick 5 D1 schools you really believe in, you like the most, that there's something about that school that fits your degree field that you want to pursue. And then also 5 Division III schools based on the same principles. And let's open that communication. Let's talk about what that school has to offer you academically. Let's talk about where you are as a player and how you would fit at that school. How would you pay for school? All those things are important when you start communicating with these coaches. The D3 level and ACHA level are not catastrophic destinations. Some of my very good friends are coaching at the D3 level. I have a lot of respect for those guys. They work hard. They present great value for the education, and the hockey is absolutely fantastic. Yes, some Division III schools are better at hockey than a lot of Division I schools. Yes, there are some ACHA D1 schools that are competitive on the ice with NCAA Division I schools. So the lines are now blurred. So why focus so heavily on one aspect of college hockey when there are other levels that might deliver more value for your dollar when it comes to the academics? Just something for you guys to think about. Don't get caught up on that D1 target, because sometimes it can be a curse. Sometimes you're going to pay more to go to that Division I school and get less on-ice opportunities, and your game really devalues over the course of 4 or 5 years. Or if you're playing at D3 and you're playing every day, and you're an asset and you're productive, your game is going to elevate. It takes a tremendous amount of dedication, character, and work to reach the door of opportunities. Then there's the stats, the realities of the numbers. If you're a goalie, I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. It doesn't matter what you do your whole entire career. If your last 5 games are, and you're throwing out there a 800 save percentage, you're probably not going to get an opportunity. But if you hover around the 900 save percentage for your career, and then your last 5 or 10 games you're throwing out a 930 or 940 all of a sudden, wow, you're a realistic Division I prospect. Shouldn't be that easy, but it is. It shouldn't be that hard to lose your opportunity, and that is as well. I mean, goalies are statistically at a disadvantage to a skater. There's no question. Skaters, it's about where you played, how well did you do at that level of play. If you're skating on the first line, second line in the BCHL, and you're an American prospect, and you have Division I academics, and you're qualified, you're going to go Division I. If you're in the USHL, it's probably 90%. If you're in the NAHL, not so much, but the number is still pretty high. That's just the reality of this type of hockey and this level of play. If the team that you are on now is outside of those three leagues, or the team that you have signed with is outside of those three leagues, the NAHL, the BCHL, or the North American, or the USHL, you have to figure out a way to elevate your game to one of those three leagues to be a serious Division I contender. If you're content with being NCAA Division III or ACHA, then don't worry about it. I was asked this morning about prep schools. So the reality of prep schools, and this is going to take a bite out of some egos probably here. Prep school are for rich kids. If you want to be labeled as a rich kid, you probably will be very difficult for you to get any kind of financial assistance in school. Regardless if you go to prep school or not, you're still going to have to play in one of those three leagues, the NAHL, the USHL, or the BCHL, to be a serious contender at Division I. Now, there are kids that go from prep school straight to NCAA Division I. It happens on occasion. It's rare. It does happen. But look at the overall percentage of players at that level who are aging out every year and how many are getting real Division I opportunities and actually playing. You can buy your way onto a Division I team, probably. Full payer, donation to the athletic department. But is that the way you want to get there? No. Earn your way. Play your way there. Be a real prospect, not a pretender. That's cold. But that is the reality of getting to college hockey. Tommy, what do you think? You want to go to college?
Sure.
Sure. He's very committed. It's okay. So, any questions from the group this morning? This is the time of the show. We get in after the topic. We'll talk to you guys and see what's out there. No questions?
Not yet.
There you go. That was your chance. It's probably good to get your questions in early in the comments, and we'll come back to those one by one at the end of the show. There's a slight delay between my voice and you hearing it. I feel sorry for you having to see my face. It's here. But that's where we are. So tomorrow, if I have to bring back Mike Stanaway, I will, or somebody else. Who's on the show for tomorrow? Nobody yet. All right, should we wash out all the USHL guys, USPHL guys, and not let them on because they're scared? All right, maybe we'll let the USPHL guys off the hook until the heat goes down. We put some water on the fire. Until then, till tomorrow morning,